the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. We are just moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Denver Broncos. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Godden alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They already have as many wins in the second half as they did in the first half, and we're just starting the second half at number 0.
And I know some of their fans are already starting to look forward to the draft, but I still think this team has a chance to win some games down the stretch.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, they come in off another victory a weekend ago. That ran their win streak up to 7 now.
And I think that win last week established them as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with confidence and swagger, and you need that to go a long way.
Let's go. 8, read. Too little, tap. Check three.
On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards. They'll try and run it in with Janovich, the fullback. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. 2nd and 4. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and on the season now that is 9 sacks for him.
He's not going to get me.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Boswell. That's to his running back, complete. They are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, it kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Right here.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got a man on the right sideline. That's Houston. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Rodgers now to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
But I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
first and 10. Here's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers. This is caught.
Let's go.
And again, it's Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. The 40, 30, the 20, 10. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you did.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, but it'll be second down. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, but now it'll be third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a third and 10. Here's Sanu on the catch. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Rodgers again now. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Here's Rodgers. Throwing again. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. On third and long, it's Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 30 yards there. And, of course, the first down as well. Here's Rodgers. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. A 15-yard touchdown grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
And the formula there on the two-point try, they go 5 wide, not even the option.
There for the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Check three.
On first down, Richard. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it second and 14.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. From the gun, Boswell. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Rashawn Gary has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. The Charger drive about to get going. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is...
This is caught inside the 15. And in 2 plays just like that, they're already operating in the red zone. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd down now, Richard. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the first quarter of play. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. They'll face a 3rd down conversion attempt here, 3rd and 3. Rashawn Gary in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. With it is Jackson. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ballgame or into the league. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once. Well, he actually...
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Richard. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Boswell. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is recovered by the Chargers. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to it.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Go! 70, Indy. Go!
They'll run on first down. Richard. He'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9. On second down, Richard. And he's into the clear. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jalen Richard, 82 yards. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 17-8. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now Rodgers throwing on 3rd and long. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. In for the score, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack in the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. Why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. And sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your turkey bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Getting set to go again, DeAndre Hopkins marches back onto the field. They've got to find a way to get him more involved in this game plan. Down here in the second quarter, he doesn't even have a catch.
And don't think they're not hearing about it in the huddle and on the sidelines. And we often think of wide receivers at times being disruptive. It's just that they know their talents and they know the type of plays they can make, and they can make big ones. They want the ball to help their team.
Yeah, you got to think he's going to want the ball more. One target, no catches. A throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. The throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today. Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Rodgers. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Throwing is Rodgers. So that's caught inside the 20. A big play there for L.A. 51 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Rodgers. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. Couple completions just
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now Aaron Rodgers and the offense heading back onto the field. And the first half was not kind to him, and he knows that. 3 interceptions, but still tied, so kind of a clean slate.
I'd say it's a reprieve because ordinarily you throw 3 interceptions, your team should be behind. So he has to be thinking to himself, okay, I'm off the hook for that one. I have to play better for my team here in the second half.
This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. Now Rodgers from 10 yards out, and the Chargers have taken the lead. He was on point throwing the ball. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and now he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward is just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Ready. 15, line. 15 line. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Get it.
Throwing on first down. Boswell. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
On the draw, Richard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backward. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
That's what I'm talking about. Sacks all day.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Jackson. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. So here are the Chargers to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Des Bryant, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Throwing on 3rd and long. Rodgers. And the ball is knocked out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
To throw on 2nd down. Boswell. And incomplete here. So a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
On first down, Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. Rodgers now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Carl Nassib able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack on first down, Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. DeAndre Hopkins once again the intended target. And that'll make it third down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got a man, it's Brown. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Aaron Rodgers on fire. His 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them. So
they go with a pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And Denver getting set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Rashawn Gary racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's third down. Desmond King there on the coverage. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A huge play there for Denver. 51 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Richard trying the right side. And he'll go down at the 28. Desmond King making the tackle. Looking to throw on second down. Boswell. And incomplete here. So a little razzle-dazzle on that one. But they couldn't hook up, and it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Boswell. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
319, 54. Don't get nervous. Mike 5-4, Mike. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Hey, Haywood.
Rodgers now on first down. This is complete to Michael Thomas. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Henry Anderson in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Here's Rodgers to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Houston. Give them 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the fourth quarter. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Rodgers to throw once more. And they're to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
On any first and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Rodgers now to throw. And Brown's got it for a Charger touchdown. A.J. Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And here comes Rodgers now as he'll go for the 2-point conversion. To throw is Rodgers. That's caught at the 1. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have been rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. 2nd and 14. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Rodgers going to throw. It's caught by Bryant. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones in a 1st down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers got his man complete over the middle. That's Houston. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. Throw left side complete. It's Houston. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 15-yard line. Now it's Rodgers. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been nowhere to go here. He lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. And did he get in? No, they'll mark him down at the 1-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. But it'll be second and goal. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. Here's Rodgers. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? No. I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
They are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. And is there bad blood here? I mean, go for 2 when you're up that much?
If there wasn't before, there is now. When you do that, you've just announced to everyone, you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want to pile up points.
They did. This is taken at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here's the defense for Los Angeles as they head out to set up shop. Forced the fumble last time, up on the scoreboard, things going their way.
Things are rocking easy now, and they feel good about themselves, confident, taking the ball away in the last possession. They're going to try and do it again.
So let me ask you, can you be playing free and that can be good, or it can also become bad, right?
I like the way you put it. You're exactly right. It can work both ways. Sometimes you get too loose and give up big plays and not handle your responsibilities. But oftentimes when you're playing free and easy and locked in, as they are today, you see the end result.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to fourth down. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They come up on a fourth down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. On the return, Jackson. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Back to throw. Rodgers. This will be caught by Brown. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive and a lot? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On second down now, Richard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Broncos send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here's Jackson to return. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got it at the 15. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Slam. Inside. Check 30.
Rodgers looking to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Here comes Rodgers now as he'll go for the 2-point conversion. Here's a toss coming right. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Oh, boy, rubbing a little salt in the wound there, going for 2 up this big.
You know, there's one time when I played, Brandon, and played against a team that was just absolutely pile driving us, and they ended up going for 2 late in the game. And I asked one of the guys, why'd you do that? He said, because we wanted to win by more. That feels like that type of situation.
Wow. Well, could also result in a